Hey, this is Shay, and today we're going to be talking about race number 5 at Canning. This is the track. We're doing the long outside layout, including the chicane that was circled, and we're not even going to wait around. We're going to get straight into the race, where I completely bogged the start, which really stunk. But I have these people pass me because I know that they're going to have a bit more speed because I completely messed up that start, and I forget about it, and I just focus on the race ahead. Because coming up in turn 2, we have a little bit of an incident which causes some people to check up, so they slow down while I focus and continue going forward with the race. So this race was all about keeping your momentum up and keeping that top speed so that you can stay with the pack. And if you had a mechanical issue like this guy did, it was a little crazy because you're topping out at like 70 miles an hour down the back straight, which is the fastest that I've ever gone in my go-kart. Pretty nuts. I was definitely nervous about it going into the race, but once I got there, I felt incredibly comfortable, and I tried to do what I had to do. It was pretty crazy going this fast, and I mean, I'm hoping at some point soon we get to do it again because it was a great time. But anyway, here we're on lap number 2, and my mindset has completely changed from lap 1, where instead of trying to make it through the field a little bit, I really want to stick with the pack now because it's kind of split up a little bit, where the back pack and the front pack are kind of moving away from each other, and this is really a mid pack. But see, I'm trying to pull the same moves that I did last time, and they're just not working because the draft is so strong. I just need to stay in the draft and follow people so I can keep my momentum up and not lose any positions. But speaking of losing positions, I go too wide through the chicane. It's such a dumb thing to do. So I end up losing 3 positions. I'm still not sure why I tried to go too wide into the chicane. I should have just backed out. But what am I going to do? Change it now? No, I can't. So kind of have to deal with losing 3 positions. So I have to fight my way through. I got to work my way up. So I get stuck behind Ken for a little bit, as he has a pretty solid line, but it allowed me to try and figure out what I can do. And I figured out that if I go to the right side or the outside of this turn, I can't really hold the inside of the next. And I found that that was a really bad passing area, so I probably try to do that a few more times, but it never really worked out. It allowed me to stay within range of Ken, though, which was good. See, like, if you don't go too wide through the chicane, it's so much better. But anyway, my goal right now was just trying to stay by Ken. If I could make a pass, I'd give it a go. See, right here, I take the inside, and I managed to pass Ken, which is pretty cool. And I try to take the inside here, but it doesn't work. If I had tried to go wide, I think I'd push the guy off. So, I mean, I don't want to push people off the track. That's dumb, and I'd get black flagged because of it, because you can't do that. Don't be dumb. But I hold the draft, and you can see how strong that draft is. And I make it to the front of that pack. So now the next goal is to catch the people ahead of me, and I do that after, I think, a few laps or something like that. You know, I didn't really want to show you just completely blank track. It's kind of boring to watch. I'd rather show you guys some nice close racing like this. And see, we're kind of being dumb here a little bit, where we're not tucking into the draft. And I kind of figured that right here. I'm like, maybe just stay in the draft and don't try and make any passes. I remembered right there I can't make any passes through the chicane. And even if you cut through the chicane, it ends up not being a good idea. Because, you know, you cut the track. That's, you know, you can't cut the track. But anyway, as we have this nice little group of people, I can't find a hole through here, and probably for good reason. I shouldn't try and make a pass there. It wouldn't work out in my favor at all. So I do get close here, and instead of trying to make any passes here, I think I stay in the draft. Yeah, I stay in the draft for as long as possible, and then try and make a move, but I can't, so I tuck back in. As you can see, I've already slowed down a bit because I tried to make that move, lost a bunch of momentum, so I should have just stuck behind Elias. I believe that's Elias. So I should have just stayed behind him, but I didn't do that, which was dumb. So I'm just trying to use any kind of draft or slipstream that I can to get through parts of these tracks, or parts of the track. And I end up behind Rich and Kyle. So Rich makes a pass on Kyle. Kyle slides out a little bit. So I decide to try and take the inside through turn 2, which I know has a bit of grip, but not enough to hold everyone off. Because I think later on, I think Rich passes me through... No, it's Kyle. Kyle passes me on this straight coming up. So I managed to hold him off, but I think I slowed us down in the process, which was not the best idea. And I know Kyle was struggling a little bit with the chicane here, so we end up slowing down a pretty good amount, which was a little tough, but you know, we end up having a solid run. I get way too close to Kyle there, put a tire in. Elias makes the pass on me. Or, no, that's not Elias. Never mind. Sorry. But we just try and stick around. I end up making... Ooh, I don't. I always try to make it a pass through the inside of turn 1, and it never really works. I end up getting shut off every single time. I need to focus on not doing that. Rich is flailing his arms, telling me, Shay, just focus on the draft. Don't try and make any passes right now. We need to catch up to the group. And I finally realized that right around here, where I can see him flailing his arms again, saying, Shay, you idiot, stay in the draft. Actually try and, like, you know, hold the line so that we can keep up pace. But I end up trying to focus that mentality as much as possible, except through the slower areas, which I feel like was a good spot to make passes. However, maybe not the best, because you end up sacrificing momentum, which in the end kind of kills your speed. Anyway, we've hit the halfway mark, and at this point in my head, I've kind of forgotten about the draft thing, and I'm kind of focused on trying to make moves so I can get back up to like a group ahead of us. Sure, they might be a good distance away, but if I know that if I can lead this pack, I can bring a good amount of speed and have them just follow me. Because it seems like everyone's kind of battling it out closer to the front, and sure, the draft would definitely pull them in, but I kind of feels like they weren't really going flat out through turn 1. whereas I could. I'm not sure if everyone else could, but I was able to pull it off. So I figured that that's where a good amount of my time gain was. So if I was able to hold that and also do well through the chicane, I might be able to pull the group up a little bit. Actually, coming up right here, I get way too close to Rich. I'm holding the draft, and whoop, every time I look at that, I get nervous. But so I lead the pack from there, and eventually catch up to number 83. You may remember this guy a little bit from the beginning, but I close him off on turn 2. However, he's to the left of me, so I couldn't really pull it off too well. Keep in mind, this is final lap, so I don't know that in this video, but this is the final lap. I'm thinking to myself, alright, I know that we've already passed the halfway mark. I need to just focus on getting this position. No matter who's behind me or whatever's going on, if I can make this position, maybe I can hold it off till the end of the race. So coming through the second to last turn, I noticed that he holds the inside and he's just a little bit slower, so I'm like, I got this. Through the last corner, I can hold the inside. I managed to do it. I see the checkered flag. I'm freaking out, and I pull it off. So I end up finishing in P7. I really started in 10th, but through lap 1, I moved down to 12th. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and I'll catch you for race number 6. Make sure to check out some of my previous videos. There are some issues with them because they're my first ones, but definitely check them out. There's some pretty interesting racing going on in there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.